Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Scream Queens review. Today it is Season 1, Episode 6, 7 Minutes in Hell. I want to thank everybody for joining me for this interesting and pretty good episode, I have to say. This episode was different than other episodes so far for the fact that it focused pretty much primarily on the girls in the sorority and a couple of the fraternity guys as well who didn't make it tonight. But, that's just how it goes on Scream Queens. Everybody doesn't always survive. So we start where we finished last week with the election. And it turns out to be a tie, which is not what I was expecting. So that was interesting. But we find out that Chanel is okay with this result. And she gives Zayday her approval as co-president as she feels it helps with her safety. So that's interesting. Then we get an amusing scene with Chad and his buddies. Those are always amusing. I just thought I would bring that up. And then we get some more background story on Chanel number 3, who is, they're really making you think is a suspect. I'll get to more of that in a minute. And she gives more background story to Sam, which will come into play very soon. So the idea that Zayday had was a slumber party, and we do get this slumber party, and everybody gets locked in, including Chad and Roger. They are part of this party as well, which is amusing. And they decide to play Truth or Dare. And Sam winds up spilling all of Chanel number 3's secrets. Chanel number 3 is not too happy about this. So she gives Sam a dare, which Sam fulfills. And a few minutes later, she gets taken out. She is gone. I wonder if that could have been a setup. So Chanel number 3 instantly becomes a suspect there. We do get some more scenes with Chad and Chanel, and they commit to each other. And this doesn't make Hester too happy, to say the least. So I'm not sure what that's all about either. I'm sure we'll get more on that. Then we get a scene with Chanel number 5 and Roger. And unfortunately for Chanel number 5, for the second week in a row, one of her boyfriends gets killed. So maybe it would be a good idea to stay away from Chanel number 5. I'm just saying. So now we have all kinds of suspects. Hester, Chanel number 5 is accused. I'm very suspicious of Chanel number 3. And Pete also gets accused, even though he's not even there. And he's not in this episode, if I recall correctly. So that's interesting. So then what happens is they find Sam dead. And the girls discover a secret tunnel, which Zayday and Chanel volunteer to explore. Because they are the co-presidents, so that makes sense. And they do run into the killer down there, and Chanel actually saves Zayday, but she says it's for selfish reasons because she's going to need all the help she can get to survive. So that's pretty much what happens in this episode, and we do get an ending scene, and our buddy the Dean comes into things, and she's not too upset about all the deaths that have been happening. It's kind of strange. Chanel's number 3 and 5 make a deal. And vow to stick together, and basically we end with the sorority united, because nothing bad is really happening. And I Melt With You is a cool song. So this episode was different. We didn't get any of Gigi. We got very little of Wes. This whole episode pretty much focused on one location inside the sorority with some Chad mixed in. And can't complain about having Chad mixed in. So overall, this was another solid episode. I don't think it was quite as funny as some weeks, and I would have liked to see, some more of Gigi's story, which they left us with nothing. But overall, another solid episode. So I'm going to give this one 7 Minutes in Hell a 3.5 out of 5. As always, thanks for watching.